Hello, everyone. This is Manuel Montoya with International Management, and I am joined by Yuri Morales, who's the Executive Director of Global Ties, and Rich Engstrom, who is the President of the Board of Directors, or is it Chair of the Board of Directors? President of the Board of Directors for Global Ties, Albuquerque. As many of you may know, Global Ties has been a stalwart in making sure that our connection to the rest of the world is maintained. It's funded by the United States Department of State and their IVLP program, but there's so much more than that. They're doing a bunch of things in the community to make sure that our international guests and visitors have a meaningful connection with New Mexico and Albuquerque, and that our communities are engaging with global issues and any number of ways in which we are developing in connection to the world. Thank you guys for being here. I wanted to talk a little bit about an opportunity that students have a chance to participate in. You guys have been developing a way of fleshing out the network of people who visit here through Global Ties so that we can take more advantage of these valuable resources that are going untapped right now. Could one of you just give a brief description of what you're wanting to do and how that works out? Rich.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is capture the data of all the people that have come through Albuquerque, which turns out to be about 2,000 over the last 5 years. And all of these people are high quality individuals who have been identified by their countries as emerging leaders, vetted by the State Department, and then they get kind of a kid gloves treatment. They come to the US and get to visit places like Albuquerque and meet people that have the same interests that they have. So what we're trying to do is we want to capture all of that data in a database so that we can, one, go refresh it through contacting these people and all, but then also use that data to offer up to the city and business and the university as line of communication that we keep back into the rest of the world.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yuri, would you mind sharing a little bit about what we were saying off conversation here about the State Department and how the whole country is dealing with this challenge as well?
Yes, and thank you so much, Dr. Montoya, for the opportunity. It will be great to have, amazing representation from the students' perspective. I know how hard working you guys are, so that will be fantastic. So we had now through the virtual world, of course, we were having a meeting last month with Global Ties US. Just as a quick overview, so we are Global Ties ABQ, Albuquerque. We are one out of 92, 93 global ties that we are under or representing basically the organization of headquarters is Global Ties US. So we were having a conversation where actually we're not the only ones where we're having these, to call it a problem, because with all the people that we have received previously, and this is a rough number just that we can say, like 2,000 people, but probably we even had more. And the quality of people that we have received through Global Ties ABQ is significant. Emerging leaders that right now, if we go back and look who they are and what we're doing in their position, is extremely, it will be extremely helpful for the city, for us, for the city of Albuquerque, of course, so we can go back to them and reach out. So that's the same problem, not just us, but other community engagement, nonprofit organizations, exactly what we're doing in Albuquerque, that they're doing in the respective cities that they're dealing with. So this is a great opportunity for us as an organization to work with, of course, Anderson School of Management, the University of New Mexico, to create this database that Mr. Rich just mentioned, and having that as an access for us from previous visitors that we received, and moving forward, making sure that we have one document per se that we can, that will be an easy access for us, for the city, for you, and then that will be actually useful, why not, for us to explain Global Ties US and other CBM as a model that they can use coming from us.
Great, great. And as I understand it, what we're doing is we're creating an opportunity here for a project assistant. And this project assistant would then be mining data you have a bunch of data of people who have visited through Global Ties. And what we're basically going to do is we're going to create on a new database that will be used for the purposes that you guys just described. Is that correct?
Correct.
Great.
That is
That's
correct.
correct. I think the two there, if there are three tasks involved in this whole thing, one is to create the framework for the database itself based on the information we have and the kind of searching that we want to do with that information. The second is actually doing the programming of it in Access or a similar type database structure program. And then the third would be to actually populate it with all the files that we've got, the data that we've got for these people.
Great. Wonderful. And that's basically it. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for us to develop a really untapped part of a really powerful resource that the community here in New Mexico and in Albuquerque has. So a message to students, if you're interested in this, in the subject line and the information for the video you're going to see, I will be putting Yuri Morales's information as a point of contact. And if you are interested, reach out to her. We are going to establish it on a weekly basis, so it may be around 10 hours per week at a competitive rate for a project assistant. But we will be having that information. But if you are interested, please inquire in the information below in the video. Thank you very much. And thank you both for joining me and sharing this opportunity.